There are 4 games left of our season. Today, we're doing 2 of them. Aston Villa, Stoke City. Win these 2 games and we go down to the last game of the season with a chance of winning the title. Bottle either of them, our chance of Premier League glory might just slip between our fingers today. This first game is not going to be easy. An away day to Villa Park, 8th versus 4th, and after that, a game that we really should be winning against Stoke City. They've not won in their last 5, although to be fair, when you look at our recent form, we've lost our last 2 Premier League games back to back. So yeah, not ideal going into today's game. We need to turn things around. Today is the final episode of Park to Prem to end the week. Will we be heading on to Monday with 2 games to play that could determine our season? Or does our Premier League dream become a nightmare today? Let's find out together, shall we? Yes, folks, how is it going? Welcome back to Park to Prem. Today is episode number 89, and like you've already heard, we are playing some rather important matches today in the context of our season. Now, we have played no matches in any competition since last episode. We lost against Aberdeen with a rotated team, but we rested our team for this game here. Aston Villa away from home at the same time that we are playing Man City with a tricky away game of their own. A win here, we could go up into second if Man City fail to win. A defeat here, we're 6 points behind Liverpool with 2 games left of the year. And yeah, then it kind of sucks. I mean, it already kind of sucks. Liverpool have their own fate in their own hands. We just have to win every game that we can. And that starts with this game here. Now, in terms of team news, no injuries to speak of, no issues to speak of. We are at full strength in terms of the team. Haddad in goal, Lee Min and Bolton in the fullback areas, Rodriguez and Sneddon either side, Fawns and Riviere at defensive mid, Misiak and Pelagata at centre attacking mid. I feel like I've not picked up Pelagata enough this year. He is having a really good season, has emerged as a regular starter this season. His valuation at one point was tempting me into selling him, but we've kept him around. He's recently broken into the Italian national team setup, and he's been a really good player for us alongside Misiak. In the final third, if I was going to be critical of anyone, Rojas hasn't been his usual critical, clinical self. You know, he's not been a scary player for teams to deal with. 17 goals for this year. It's kind of comparable to last year. I was really hoping he'd kick on and kind of take it up a level this season. That's not happened, but one man who's definitely taken up a level is Sam Fay. Easy to forget this guy is only 20 years old at the moment. He has got 17 league goals, 11 assists, 9 player of the matches. He has the most player of matches and highest average rating of any player in the Premier League. And you have to give him some respect for that because he's done it not just as a centre attacking mid, but really since January, he's been our go-to striking option. Now, in terms of Aston Villa, who we're taking on today, their media prediction was 11th, so they are having a very good season. They have won 4 of their last 5 games, and despite, as you can see here from past league positions, them slowly slipping down the league, they're having a good year. They are going to be difficult to beat, and their key man here in Bailey James Waldrum, fantastic name, he's a very good centre-back, isn't he? Of all the games remaining between now and the end of the season, this is the one I am most scared and nervous for. Aston Villa, a team in some good form, got some very good players. Our form has been questionable. I'm hoping we're going to have a blockbuster classic Rugby Town performance today. I say classic Rugby Town. I don't want the classic Rugby Town where we win 6-5. I just want the classic one where we win 3-0 and do well. I don't need loads of drama today. I'm not sure my heart could take it. Okay, Misiak with the ball on the near side, laying it short to Rodriguez. I feel like Rodriguez and Sneddon have not really got the praise of me this year enough. They have been really good at centre-back. I feel like that as a defensive pairing has worked wonders for us. And attacking-wise, Sam Fay has worked wonders for us. That shot is deflected in. He should not be celebrating like that. What is this celebration? What are you doing, Sam? I think Lee Min might be given an assist for this, which I'm not sure he can really earn or deserve for whatever this was. Sam Fay picks up. Fair play, it's a good run. That shot, I thought for a moment it deflected off Rojas and went in. I can confirm it went off Doyle. It's not been given as an own goal. Yeah, Sam Fay with another to add to the collection. I mean, ultimately, today's episode is just about trying to navigate these next 2 games, get wins in them, and give ourselves a chance behind Liverpool. We want to win the Premier League if we can. We know the cards are stacked against us. We need to get dealt the perfect hand. But when we get the hand, we need to play it correctly. So far, it's been played okay. Misiak, can he make something happen on the flop? Back post, Sneddon under it. Headed away, but only as far as Roger Rojas. Lee Min now to try and keep things alive here. Has options left, has options right. Rodriguez one of them, and we're going all the way back to Haddad, who's now laid it off to Sneddon. You know, you have a corner, you've got everyone forward, and yet we have to now reset and try and create something new where Sanfei scores it. Was he offside? I feel like he was miles offside there, but I've been wrong before. I feel like the jeopardy of VAR and not knowing the immediate decision in Football Manager always leaves me second guessing. It's going to count. It's a second goal of the game for him. It's another assist as well to add to the collection from Pietro out on that right-hand side, drifting into the wide area, pulling it across. I feel like you can see from that highlight there why I thought he was offside, but apparently he timed his run to perfection. I'm not going to complain. Draw the line. Show me if he was on. Definitely on behind the ball. Now, some good news for us is the game against Stoke following this is a week away, but I'm conscious of the fact that we've got that Europa League final midweek following that match. So for the Stoke game, there is going to be a temptation to rotate the team a little bit, but based on how the rotated team did against Aberdeen, I'm a bit worried. You know what? Let's not worry about that next game. It's 2-1 here. Villa have got one back. I do this too often, you know, I think 2 steps ahead where really I need to keep my eye on the ball and where it is right now. Ryder driving it across, Bennett with an effort inwards. I'm surprised he's unmarked there, truthfully. Don't want to blame anyone. I feel like Fawns should have been goal side of his man. They've scored one. And before halftime, we might see some more action yet because we got the elusive Football Manager kickoff highlight. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's terrifying. Sanfei's looking for a hat-trick as a reminder as Misiak runs inside and just swipes into the bottom corner. It's another assist for Lee Min as well. Classic Rugby Town performance, I said. I think we're getting a classic kind of match at the moment. Misiak picks the ball up here. You expect him to cross in, but he just goes all on his lonesome and then just kind of sweeps the ball in with his right foot. Really nice finish. Another goal for him. I might be going crazy. I feel like Misiak's really stepped up in live commentaries lately. I know he didn't have that much of a fan club once upon a time. I feel like he's earning fans now, and deservedly so. We are doing well in this game. Bit concerned about Roger Rojas's performance if I'm going to be super critical, but we've scored 3 goals in one half of football. If I'm blaming the attackers and that's the problem, then we don't have many problems. Saying all of that, I'm looking at Sneddon on a booking and the defensive ratings. I'm not loving them. One person I am loving, though, is Misiak, who hits the woodwork there from range. That was half a chance, really. Okay, you know what? I was about to say there's 25 minutes left here. Maybe I should make some changes. Football Manager's gone, aha! Before you do that, let's make you watch something else for your own pain, pleasure and suffering. It's Villa with the ball. I'll tell you what, Lee Min has stolen it away there. This man at left-back's been on fire. Misiak Faye for the hat-trick. Puts to the wrong side of the post. Right, Roger Rojas off Ucum, Areko on Ucum. I feel like Areko's just been the go-to sub option for us. Got that goal on the first game of the season on off the bench. Truthfully, his goal scoring in the Premier League really hasn't been that good, but I've always been using him as a sub, so I don't really feel like it's entirely his fault. Elsewhere, Sneddon on a booking just kind of scares me, so I'm going to bring in NDIA and then move Rodriguez to right centre-back. Bolton on a booking isn't ideal. I know that Mosquera was awful last episode in that second leg against Aberdeen. I'm going to bring him on here. I'm going to show some faith. He just needs to see out 20 minutes without doing anything stupid. 10 minutes left here. We've been on top in this game. The first half maybe set unreasonably high expectations for kind of goal-scoring expectations. It has slowed down in this half, and that might be a good thing for us because Aston Villa probably should have had a goal there. Lee Min now on the far side. This man has been absolutely essential for us today, hasn't he, Lee Min? He's on an 8.1 rating. Only Faye is ahead of him in terms of ratings. And speaking of Faye, he's looking for the hat-trick. Lays it to Mosquera. Options inside. Mosquera to the byline. Faye bundles it over the line. It's 4-1. It's a hat-trick for Captain Fantastic. And I don't think he's top goal scorer in the Premier League. I don't think he's close to that. But he's trying to climb up the Golden Boot rankings. He already has the most player of the matches and the highest average rating, and I feel like he's going to have another high rating and man of the match to add to the collection here. Maybe a bit of fortune about how it ping-ponged off the goalkeeper. We don't care. 4-1. Perhaps importantly as well, this is doing our goal difference a world of good. Now we look to Mosquera and Rodriguez. I mean, could we get another goal for the goal difference? If Liverpool lose a game and we win our remaining games, we'd be level with them on points. Goal difference really could be the factor. Each chance that we have here could matter. Mosquera, options in front, options in the middle, tries to go on his own. It's blocked away, but Fawns picks it up. Back to Mosquera now, the right back. Options inside. Why is he shot there? What are you doing, you Wazzock? I suppose if you want to find a good silver lining thing to that miss, at least it's not happened in a cup final or a big game. At least it's happened in a game where we're 4-1 up, although if there's now a 2-goal swinging goal difference and they score here, which they just have, if we don't win the title now by 2 goals or 1 goal, I know who I'm blaming. I mean, it's a 6-goal thriller. It's vintage rugby town. Unfortunately for us, it's vintage rugby in not such a positive way. Conceding goals unnecessarily. It's 4-2. The added time is almost up. I think that will be the last bit of action. It's a win ultimately. Might not be the last bit of action. It could still be some good vintage rugby town to end things here. There's 2 minutes left. I mean, are we really about to make a goal happen here, Haddad, Rodriguez, Fawns? Let's make something happen. Why not? Look at this build-up play. Big switch of play is on if we want to do it. I'm looking at Lee Min on the far side thinking you're there. That ball, less than ideal. Cleared away to Fawns, who gives it away. Imagine if they get another goal back. Are we just going to piss away our goal difference here? Smith is through for them. Smith hits it over. I'm unnecessarily stressed by this result today. Okay, I very intentionally didn't look at how Man City got on. If Man City didn't win, this is a really good result. I mean, it's already a good result, just to be clear, but it could be made better. If Man City didn't win, they've just lost 3-0 to Newcastle. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes made sure of it. We go ahead of Arsenal on goal difference. We go ahead of Man City by 1 point. We are now 3 points behind Liverpool and also 6 goals. This is why goal difference could be a factor. But we have got Stoke in our next game. They've got a minus 58 goal difference. We need to go out there and absolutely spank them. Sam Fay, man of the match. What a player Sam Fay is. Player of the series? I know some people are saying Gomez player of the series. I think for me, Sam Fay, given the fact he's come through our academy, he's got to be up there as well. He's actually having perhaps his best season ever, which is absolutely madness. He's 20 years old. 20! With the goals he got in that game as well, he's now moved ahead of David Washington for goals scored. I think that is on appearances that he's now ahead of David Washington. Of course, this bloke made me really angry earlier on in the year. Still has a fantastic name, mind you. Erling Haaland and Estrada, the only man's ahead of Sam Fay. They are a little bit clear, but you know what? If Fay gets a couple against Stoke, we start to dream. Now, that game for us against Stoke City is in 6 days' time. It's happening on a Saturday, and at the same time, or not at the same time, before we play in the evening, Liverpool have to play Nottingham Forest. You'd expect them to win that. Arsenal have to play Brentford, and Man City play Crystal Palace as well. I guess I'm going to come back on the morning of the Saturday the 13th, and we're going to watch the results come in before knowing what we need to do in our game against a team that have already been relegated. Yeah, Stoke officially down. Okay, so we have got Stoke City tonight at 7:45. But before all of that, there's a load of other teams playing some football. So we're going to see what happens here. Arsenal, keep an eye on. Man City, keep an eye on. Liverpool as well, taking on Nottingham Forest. Those are the games that we really care about. If Manchester United fail to win, I believe we are guaranteed a Champions League spot as well. Although actually, I think 5th place would probably end up getting a Champions League spot due to the extra coefficient-y stuff. I think it's the top 2 European leagues get another Champions League slot with the new format, but the game doesn't register that. So yeah, if Man United fail to win, we are going to be in the Champions League officially, which would be very fun. I mean, we should get there anyway at this point, but it'd be nice to get the budget set, wouldn't it, and have all that exciting stuff before the game. Sadly, I don't think they did slip up because we've only qualified for the Europa League. But question now is, what happened in the other games that happened earlier? Arsenal won. Oh my word, Liverpool lost and Man City won. Wait. So if we win here by 5 goals or more, we go top. The goal difference could actually matter. I can't believe Liverpool have just lost to Nottingham Forest. I mean, Nottingham Forest, to be fair, are in 9th, but even so, I need to have a look at this game. I don't believe it. I need to have a look at this game. What happened? It was a really even game. Turista, I've definitely not said that name correctly. This guy scored a winner. He scored a winner. 1-0. I've always liked Nottingham Forest. Don't know about anyone else. Always loved them. Man of the match, by the way, was their goalkeeper. Manchester United did actually draw against West Ham, but that result for West Ham was not enough. They have just been relegated with Brentford, which is kind of surprising. West Ham in this universe, I believe, have the biggest stadium in the Premier League. 83,000 fans it holds. It's now going to be a championship ground. This is so tricky now because I was thinking about just rotating the team a little bit for this game, thinking, you know what, Europa League midweek, we need to rest the players for that. But now that I know that there is a shot at the title with Liverpool losing, I need the best team possible. Every goal matters. You know, if we score 5 goals or more, we will go top on goals scored. Any less than that, we will be breathing down Liverpool's neck with the same number of points as them and goal difference being the difference maker. Going to tell the players expectations are for them to win. We are at home against the team who are bottom. I need as many goals as we can possibly get. Oh, this feels so weird. This is such an odd situation to be in, isn't it? Ordinarily, you don't go into a game like this against the team who are bottom knowing 5 goals could get you top, but it's that close at the top. If we win here, by the way, top 4 teams separated by 1 point on the final day would be absolute madness. I'm trying not to be nervous here, but how can you not be nervous about this? This is a game that, under any other circumstances, you just go into, no nerves, team who are bottom should be absolutely thrashing them. Instead, I know that every chance is going to matter here. Bolton, Rojas, scores. Is it onside or offside? If we've scored inside the first 5 minutes, confidence is high. If this is going to be ruled out for offside, I am going to be absolutely heartbroken. It's going to be reviewed by VAR. And the goal is going to be awarded. I did notice in the bottom left it said our league position had increased, so I assumed it had been given. I can confirm it is going to stand. Bolton laying it to Rojas, who I think was played onside by their right back. It was very, very close yet again. But ultimately, our noses are ahead. Let's just verify. I just want to confirm we're not paying off VAR. In fact, from this angle, he looks even more onside. Never in doubt. So in winning this game here, we move up to second. We're actually only ahead of Arsenal on goal difference, and we would be behind Liverpool as things stand by 4 goals on the goal difference. They've got positive 50, we've got positive 46, but we do have more goals scored for, which I believe is the secondary tie-break. You will have to forgive me for the fact I don't know what the second tie-break after points and goal difference is in the Premier League. To be honest, it doesn't normally become relevant, does it? Bolton, do something. He dances round his man. There's options inside. And it's cleared off the line. That should have been a second. I did really think that Liverpool just weren't going to slip up and it was going to be a kind of a calm end to the year where we tried our best, but we never really had an actual chance of winning the league. Suddenly, we do have that actual chance. Bolton is getting so much space, by the way, at right back. He's missed the target there. He is running riot on that right-hand side. It's 15 minutes in. There's another highlight. We just need to score as many goals as we can. 5-0 and we're top of the league. That is what I need to tell the players. Rojas is through. Rojas has scored. Is he onside? It's another close one. I don't want to call it either way. I feel like a second goal for us is coming, but has it come already? The answer is no, it's offside. I know you're wondering it. Was he off? I mean, daylight? I think that's in the margin of error of the technology. I think that should have stood. Okay, Pelagata on the far side to potentially put the ball into the box, although he's going to go short to Misiak. Pietro gets it back, floats it in. Rojas is there. This man cannot header a football. I don't know why he's there at the back post. I don't care that he's there at the back post. He scored it. 20 minutes played, 2 goals up. Suddenly 5 doesn't feel off the cards. Stoke look absolutely woeful, don't they? You can see why they're bottom. A few more, please, lads. I'll tell you what. If we win this game, irregardless of the kind of goal difference, some of you are going to be fuming. I'm going to make you wait all weekend for the end of this season. I'm a cruel person. The question is, are we going to be leaving things in second or in first? They've scored here. They've scored. Stoke City, get one back. That's not what I wanted. Although, is VAR checking this? He's done the hand thing. Please rule it out. Do me a favour. Thank you, VAR. Always rated VAR. What was it, offside? I didn't even look for the offside. I just felt like it was on. Okay, it was miles off. It's a good job I'm not an official. Okay, Faye over a corner, whipping it in, back post keeper, plucks it out the air. Half an hour played here. I feel like we had a relentless flurry of chances inside the first 20 minutes, and suddenly it slowed down a little bit. Although we are going to be gifted back possession here, very kindly by Stoke City. Riviere loses it, but immediately Pietro's onto it to clean up the mess made. And now it's Bolton again. Bolton is running riot, isn't he? What a ball that is into the channel. Pelagata, Rojas hits the inside of the post. He could have had a hat-trick inside half an hour there. The woodworkers denied him. I've been very critical of Rojas this year. He is playing well this game. Faye's whipping in. Snedden's under it. It's free. Do not scratch your eyes. We are doing this right now. Sam Faye, wand of a right foot, whipping it back post, and Snedden just nods it down. Keeper in no man's land. I mean, Stoke are bloody awful. We are bloody massive. Do you reckon Liverpool are watching this game on the bus home from their game to Nottingham Forest, just kind of sweating profusely, watching us get goal after goal, creeping closer and closer? This is the kind of game where I might be sat thinking, you know what, 3-0 up, let's save our legs. We've got a cup final in 3 days. No, this is a cup final as far as I'm concerned. Bolton to Rojas. Rojas still looking for the hat-trick, by the way, but from this angle, needs to be unselfish. Whips it in, Sanfe scores. It's 4. It's not even half-time. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Let me tell you now, the Football Manager script writers, they've outdone themselves with this script here, haven't they? The worst thing about all of this is every goal in this game is going to matter. If we and Liverpool win on the last game of the season, it might just come down to who wins by the most amount of goals. I really don't want it to come to that. Okay, half-time here, 4-0 up. I mean, what do you say about what we're witnessing? We've dominated possession. I'm delighted. Please, lads, more of the same. I'm looking at Misiak, who's been a bit poor here, thinking, you know what, let's just bring you off. Curlin's very, very good at set pieces and kind of just being a bit of a creative force. And as much as Faye has been, putting in some good balls into the box, Curlin's delivery, I think, is that little bit better. We've got 4. We knew that 5 would put us top. I think it's 5 would put us top. I've lost count at this point, if I'm being completely honest. The whole kind of sequence of events currently ongoing is just ridiculous, isn't it? This is silly. I don't remember being in a situation like this in recent memory in Football Manager. Certainly not in a recent series. This would be silly. Of course, if we concede 1, we do need to score 2 more to go top. And they've just hit the woodwork. They've just hit... Okay, let's not get too carried away. Stoke are occasionally creating stuff going forward. Half an hour left here. I've made 1 sub already. I'm looking at the sea of green ratings and I don't want to make more, but I feel like I probably should just be bringing on some fresh legs. We've got a cup final, haven't we? Let's think about the cup final a little bit. Areko, you're a proven goal scorer. Elsewhere, Lehman's been a bit quiet today. NDIA, off you come. Bolton, off you come as well. Forms is looking tired. You know what? I'm going to make changes in these areas. I am taking off some key players, but I need them for the cup final. And I don't feel like the players I'm subbing on, players like Mosquera, NDIA, Areko, Kurland, they're not players who are bad. They are players who can make stuff happen. We need 1 more goal to go top. I will say now, this second half has been quieter, hasn't it? I mean, suddenly there's 8 minutes left. Lads, where is the last goal that we need? We could go top of the Premier League for the weekend if we get another. Mosquera, Kurland's there. Kurland scores. It's 5. The subs have linked up. I look somewhat intelligent for once. Okay, I think we're top. I love the fact I'm saying that with absolutely no conviction whatsoever. Little give and go. Not corner, throw in. It was kind of like a corner. It resulted in a cross. Kurland, not the best of headers. It's gone in. I now really want to check something. We're top. We are top as things stand on goals scored for. There's 5 minutes of added time. I mean, another goal would be nice, lads, but to be honest, you've done what we needed to do here. Oh my word, we know on Monday for the final game of the season, we start top, and we just have to outdo whatever Liverpool do. Look at that top of the table. That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous, isn't it? That is... I don't remember being involved in something like this. What is going on? The worst thing about all of this is I've got a game against Freiburg in 3 days' time. We've got the Europa League final to really consider, and yet I can't really consider it. I feel like we've got one hand on the Premier League trophy. Our last game of the year is against West Brom. Who do Liverpool play? The answer to that question is they play Leeds United in 15th at home. It might come down to who can beat their opposition in 15th and 16th respectively by the most goals. It's going to be a very weird episode on Monday. We've got a cup final as well and the end of season review. How am I meant to remain calm? I mean, I'll level with you. I felt a bit odd hitting start record today, knowing that I wasn't going to be finishing the season today. I appreciate that, some of you probably wanted to see 4 matches today and all the drama. The reality is that 4 matches just wouldn't fit into a particularly succinct, well-edited episode, and I don't want to be greedy with people's time. I could make you an hour-long episode every day, but people don't all have time for that. So instead, you've got a weekend to wait and come back for a final. I feel like at this point, I can promise you next episode's going to be worth the wait. I don't know what to tell you. It's mad today, isn't it? I guess I'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching. I've lost my words. I'm stressed. I can't believe what's happened today. Absolute biblical scenes. It's me, Jack. I'm going to end things here. Worst outro ever. See you Monday.